I would like to invite you to the process of a mindfulness technique when you feel stuck. It's a very simple meditation technique that can help you release stress in a matter of moments. So let's get started. You could use your preferred position, either you're sitting or lying down, whatever you are comfortable with. Make sure you're not trying to move too much. Try to be as still as possible. And now, as you get comfortable, become aware of your breath. Take 3 breaths in and out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, let's tune in. Have you had this feeling that you were drowning in water or in mud or a sinking sand? Or do you feel stuck, worthless, and confused? You want to move, you should move, you have to, but you cannot. And then it evolves into anxiety, fear, and overwhelm. But what if, just what if, being stuck isn't the problem? It's all about how you perceive it. I shall now take you through this process where we'll have different steps helping you to recognize, allow, investigate, and non-identify with the feeling of stuck, with the emotions that is weighing you down. So let's dive deep into it. So whenever you're feeling stuck or stressed and anxious or overwhelmed by a difficult emotion, take some time off every day. Work on yourself. And the first step is to recognize what is going on inside of you. Take a moment to recognize what is going on inside of you. Take a look at yourself and notice whatever emotion is predominant. Let's begin with that. Suppose you are angry. Recognize the anger. Suppose you're feeling frustrated. Recognize the frustration. If you feel like your job is threatened, maybe you're feeling the fear. Recognize that fear. Recognize whatsoever emotion that you are experiencing right now. You could recognize as many emotions as you would like, as many that comes into your awareness. Ask yourself which emotion is most calling for your attention, which needs the most attention, because by recognizing the emotion, it'll give you space and freedom from it. Most of the times we do not even know what the problem is, and we are perpetually confused, directionless. And now, with mindfulness, when you recognize the specific emotion that you're feeling, you could create more space and freedom to move through it. It'll also help if you name the emotion that you're feeling, because by naming the emotion, you reduce its power over you. Take few moments now to recognize the emotion that you are feeling or the emotions that you have been feeling, perhaps now or throughout your day, predominantly. And moving on to the next step is to allow or accept the experience or the emotion to be there. Don't fight with it. Don't try to fix it. Don't try to judge it. Don't philosophize it. Just let it be. Know that it is a part of you. Don't deny it. Allow it to be there. It also sometimes has hidden messages. And when you allow it to be there, it'll give you more space to just let it be. And you don't need to spend a long time in this stage of the process. It can even be a moment. It's the willingness that you are willing. You let the emotion be there rather than fighting it or denying it. Moving on to the next step after you finish recognizing, allowing, and now we move into investigation. Investigate what's happening in your body to your body. Observe the sensations that's arising in the field of your body. It's important for this to be somatic. It's not a cognitive process. It's not thinking, it's feeling. It's about becoming aware of these sensations that's arising in the field of your body, the bodily sensations. It's primarily about discovering what is in your body. And you will be surprised to discover so many things going on in your body. Observe the sensations. You might feel stiffness in some part of the body. Do you feel the emotion as an ache in your chest? Or perhaps do you feel a flutter in your belly? Just notice that. Just allow it to be there. Because most problems are psychosomatic. The emotional problems get manifested through physical ways, through your body. Just notice it. Take a few moments now. And now, after you finish the investigation, moving on to the next step, which is nurture. Nurture essentially means is an act of being kind to yourself, an act of self-compassion. Moreover, it's an act of self-love. Now, give that part of yourself that you recognize what it needs. And one way to do that is through a message. It's about communicating with your body or with that part of yourself. You could give a message. You could remind that part that you love it, that it's good, and you are lovable. Perhaps another way is to call on the love and the energy of the others. Perhaps your spirits, guides, angels, people who you love, your beloved, your family, your strength. your pet, and bathe in that warmth and goodness. Bathe in that warmth and the goodness that you are feeling when you call upon the love and the energy of others, and offer kindness to yourself. And if you are feeling shame or fear or anger or hurt, or if you have been feeling it throughout your day, most parts of your day, you will need to bring more self-compassion to that vulnerable place before you can be free. It's okay. You have to tell yourself it's okay to feel the shame, the fear, the anger, the hurt, and offer this kindness to yourself. And now, after we have finished recognizing, allowing, investigating, nurturing, moving on to the final step. And the final step is to allow the healing to happen. And healing equals freedom. Allow the healing to happen by doing nothing right now. You've done everything that you needed to do, and now you've come into this step, this stage where you allow the healing to happen naturally by being connected to the source, to divine, to the universe. And having this faith that the divine, the higher self, is helping you into the process of healing. And as you do this, notice the difference between how you felt when you were stuck and how you are feeling right now. Notice. Observe the quality of your presence, of your awareness, of your consciousness that is more rooted in the truth of who you are. Because I'm here to remind you of who you are. We all forget who we are, and that's when we are stuck. When we are not connected to the source, to the divine, when we are not in alignment with the universe, we feel stuck. And when you remind yourself, or when you remember of who you are, you will feel more and more at home, and you will feel more unstuck. I'm happy that you have given this precious time to yourself. You can return to it whenever you like, anytime. First thing in the morning, throughout the day, before you go to bed, or sometimes when you have trouble sleeping, thoughts are running, traffic of thoughts, you could come back to this meditation whenever you would like and become unstuck.